All right, I want to keep going here. I want to make a letterhead template and show you guys how to do it. I'm going to do this in a kind of a traditional business formal letter. And so a formal letter, I've got some dummy text here, but we're going to add to it. We have the name and address of the person we're going to send it to. We also need the date, and we're going to get the date from up here. If we go to the insert, date and time, we'll insert it there. That is not the format we need, so we're going to double click it, and we're going to change it to this format right here. And then you can either hit the button to set as today, and that's important because this is a little thing, it'll remember that it's always today. So if you open this document in 6 months, it'll say that's that date. You can also select the date there, and it will be the exact date, so it'll never change. I like to set it as today, just makes sense. And then we're going to add in the business. It'd be if I'm sending this letter, it'd be my business address. So actually, it'd be my name, my title, and my fake address. Okay, and then your letter, and again, we have some dummy text in here, and then your signature, or a spot for your signature. Now, this looks awful. This is the standard Helvetica Neue 11-point font that you open any Pages document, a word processing document, and this is what you get. This does not look very good. It is not very readable. So we're going to make some adjustments here to this. So what I want to do first, and I know I want to be quick for you, but I'm going to work as hard as I can to get this done. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to highlight this, and we're going to, actually, let's do the whole thing. We're going to change it to the font to Georgia. I think Georgia's a little bit more readable. We're going to up the font size to 12. Again, a little bit more readable. And we're going to take our line spacing to, you know what, I'm going to come down here in the body. And we're going to do this down here in the body. We're going to take our line spacing up to 1.4. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I want to set some different settings for these elements. Actually, we can include this here too. Lines 1.4. Okay, so there we go. We're going to give ourselves an extra space there so that I could sign it with my actual real life signature. But so far, so good. We got a good look here. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to change the before and after paragraph settings. Now, what these do is they basically take a paragraph and they add spacing before and after it. So we're going to take it, I like to equal my font size. And basically what this does is it gives a nice barrier here so that everything looks really good between line breaks. But, I didn't need to add that extra return. Now, this looks incredibly easy to read. This is much better. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this style. I could hit update and it would just, update this. And actually, if I hit update now, it would take everything that currently has the body designation and change it to what this style is. So it would change this style to what I have here. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit paragraph styles and I'm going to hit this little plus button. Truth be told, I'm trying to copy a National Geographic body style. So we'll call this the National Geographic body. I'm going to hit enter. And if you've never even opened this before or played around with here, you'll notice that you can actually do a few things. You can rename the style. You can delete the style. You can create a function key shortcut for the style. For our purposes today, this is all we're going to do. I'm not going to change that too much. Now up here, I want to, the only thing that's going to be different is I'm not going to create as large of a line space. Probably maybe 1.1, 1.2, but I'm not going to go to the 1.4. But man, I do want my before and after tags to be what I had before. So I want this to look fantastic. So you see what I have here. I should have done these these shift returns to make this stick together here. Whoops. Okay. And so we've got just beautiful little text. And I'm going to take these up even more. Because I just want that space to look sharp. So, this is a basic formal letter that businesses would typically send to each other. And what you would want to do is, maybe you're still sending letters like this. It's possible. You know what? Letters like this go out all the time, even today. You would want to create a letterhead. Now, it used to be companies would pay a print shop lots of money, and they would have letterhead printed. Big companies still do that, but Pages gives us options where we can create our letterhead ourselves. We can go ahead, and I didn't save this style. I mean, I could save this style too. Let's save it to National Geographic address. So now we have this National Geographic address style as well. So anyway, we're going to add headers and footers. I'm going to navigate over here to the document pane. And now I can come down, I can see all these options that I have for headers and footers. And if I hover over headers, the header section here, you'll see these 3 columns. And I can insert a page number if I wanted to, but again, it's a letterhead, so I don't really need a page number, but I mean, they're right there if you did need them. So what I like to do with my letterheads is include my address, and I usually include that in the footer. So let's do that now. Okay. And this style is a footnote style that I have adjusted a little bit. Make it Georgia. And I could save that, but for time's sake, I'm not going to. And then I'm going to add my logo to the header. Yes, you can add images to the header. So we're going to insert, choose from file. I'm going to scroll down and grab my business logo here. And it's ginormous, so we're going to make it a little smaller. And it looks pretty sharp. It is a little tight right here at the top, but that's easy to fix back here in our document pane. We're just going to increase it to maybe 1.5 inches. Now, if you didn't know, the beauty of headers and footers is that it makes some styling options automatic for you, some content options automatic for you. So if our letter was a little longer and it went onto a second page, you'll notice that Pages automatically adds our header and automatically adds our footer to that page for us. We didn't have to worry about it at all. It automatically adds it to us. Pages is incredibly powerful. We want Pages to do more of the work for us. So we've just made this letterhead template, and we want to save it in such a way that we don't have to do this work again, right? I don't want to have to change the font size again. I don't want to have to change the date again. So what I want to do is I want to come up here, I want to hit File, Save as a Template. Okay, we're going to add this to the template chooser. And here you'll notice, this is the template chooser, the same one that you open every time you come to Pages, you open Pages. But this section down at the bottom says My Templates. Here's the template we just made. I can rename it. Wolfgang Marketing, if I could spell. Letterhead. I can delete it if I wanted to, but it's there. This is my templates. So I'm going to choose, and honestly, if you've got Pages connected to iCloud and your iOS devices, this will show up as a template choice on iOS as well. So I'm going to hit choose. Bam, there it is. There's my new template, right? Or there's my new file. This was the original one we created, was called Untitled 13, and this is Untitled 14. And there it is. We can go and change whatever we want to change and make it work for us. Now, there are a few other things we could do to this to make it even better and more dynamic and more automated. But again, for time's sake, I wanted to show you the bare options here. But this is how to make a letterhead template and make Pages do the work for you. Now I can just come in here and write what I need to write and readdress it to whom I need to address it to, and we're all set. I don't have to do anything else. And it's just fantastic. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.